Graduate Education Research Colloquium. I'll be presenting Cadets' experiences and challenges during on-board training OBT, Basis for our Intervention Program. Good morning, everyone. This is Ronald S. Cubit, the on-board training supervisor of MTC Colleges, Tigbawan site. Background and theoretical framework of the study. The Maritime Program curriculum consists of two phases, academic learning and practical on-board training, OBT. The on-board training exposes cadets to navigation, cargo handling, and ship's operation, while on-board training tests their flexibility, discipline, coping style, patience, courage, and determination. However, the maritime curricula adopt a 3+1 curricular scheme which has not fully investigated the experiences and challenges of cadets on board. The study uses the theory of reciprocal determinism by Bandura to determine if cadet-related factors like degree program, grade-weighted average, and father's profession, and on-board-related factors like crewing type and trading road, impact on the on-board experiences and challenges. Bandura emphasized the interconnectedness of an individual's environment and behavior. As an on-board training supervisor, the researcher is interested in documenting the experiences and challenges of first-time cadets, particularly those who cannot finish their first contract or choose not to pursue a seafaring profession. This study aims to provide more quantifiable description and generalization of these experiences and challenges. Purpose of the study and research design. The study utilized a quantitative research design with large sample size and quantitative analysis of numerical data. It also employed descriptive research methodology, a fact-finding method, to accurately describe and evaluate cadets' experiences and challenges during on-board training, ensuring accurate interpretation of the findings. Methods. This portion gives a detailed description of the respondents in the study, the sampling technique, the data gathering instrument, and the data gathering procedure. The respondents of this study were the 132 deck and engine cadets of St. Teresa and TC colleges who have undergone their OBT from academic year 2017-2018 to 2021-2022. They were chosen through a stratified proportional random sampling. To ensure that cadets per academic year are proportionately represented, 5% of the population in 5 academic years was determined. Then the table of random numbers was utilized in determining the respondents for every academic year to ensure that each member of the stratum has an equal and independent chance of being selected for sample group. Summary of the problem, findings, conclusion, and recommendation. Problem 1. What is the level of cadets on-board training experiences when taken as a whole and grouped according to degree program, grade-weighted average, other occupation, type of crewing, and trading road. Finding 1. Generally, the cadets appear to have a very pleasant on-board training experiences. However, when grouped according to certain categories such as degree program, grade-weighted average, and trading road, it appeared that PSMT cadets, those whose grade-weighted average are low, and those who boarded vessels with domestic road had only a very pleasant on-board training experience. Conclusion 1. The generally very pleasant onboard training experience among cadets seem to indicate that they have very worthwhile and positive experience during onboard training. Meanwhile, the pleasant onboard training experience of the BSMT cadets, those with low grade weighted average, and those who have boarded vessels with domestic roads seems to show that there might be certain factors that could further explain their experiences. Recommendation 1. The very pleasant on-board training experience of cadets brings a feeling of joy and relief to their parents and mentors. However, this finding should not be relied upon, as situation on board changes with time. Hence, constant monitoring of cadets by the on-board training office is still needed. It is also worth looking into crucial items to detect problems early for corresponding precautions and intervention. Finding of this study may be shared to shipping companies for them to review as possibly revised training programs to ensure that cadets are given adequate breach what's-keeping opportunities. The poor working condition and provision in domestic ships can't be addressed by shipping companies alone. The result of the study may be used as feedback to concerned government agencies for the government funding training ships or granted a subsidy to local shipping to improve the training and OBT experience of the cadets.
Problem 2. What is the most dominant challenge encountered by cadets during onboard training when taken as a whole, according to degree program, grade weighted average, father occupation, type of crewing, and trading route? Finding 2. Their dominant challenge encountered during OBT was physical health regardless of categories.
Conclusion 2. Physical health being the dominant challenge of cadets on board may be attributed to several factors such as food, fatigue, exercise, lack of sleep, exposure to health hazards such as extreme temperatures, harmful gases, and chemicals. This inference is supported by the narrative review of Tardy et al. 2020, which revealed that onboard workers' health is compromised due to frequent shortage of nutritious food, lack of opportunities to exercise, and unhealthy sleeping schedule due to constantly changing dog watches. Recommendation 2. Wellness program and awareness campaign may be initiated by schools to provide cadets practical tips on how to have healthy practices despite limited provision of nutritious food on board. Techniques to manage fatigue effectively and how to improve sleep quality on board. Problem 3. There are significant differences in the cadets' on-board training experiences when grouped according to a degree program, grade weighted average, father's occupation, type of crewing, and trading route. Finding 3. They did not differ significantly in their OBT experience when grouped according to certain categories. However, closer examination of the means per item revealed that their top 3 most unpleasant experience during onboard training were homesickness, seasickness, and sleep problem, respectively. Problem 3. These findings seems to indicate that they have similar very pleasant and experience during onboard training. Hence, the null hypothesis that there is no significant difference in the OBT experience among cadets was accepted. Moreover, they also have the same common unpleasant experiences on board, which could be explained by the fact that they all had their onboard training for the first time, and they all stay on the same confined environment and undergoing similar circumstances as to crewmates, working condition, food provision, etc. These findings seems to indicate that they have similar, very pleasant experience during on-board training. Hence, the null hypothesis that there is no significant difference in the OBT experience among cadets was accepted. What intervention program can be developed from the result of the study? Recommendation 4. After finding out there are common unpleasant experience and dominant challenges on board, it is imperative that an intervention program be initiated while they are still in school to minimize adverse effect when they go on board training. Recommendation 4. STNTCC colleges should implement a recommended intervention program as an offshoot to this study and a sequel to this study with different sets of cadets who have given intervention may be conducted to assist the effectiveness of the intervention program. Implications for theory and practice. For theory, the very pleasant OBT experience of cadets implied that they had a worthwhile and positive OBT experience, which can be attributed to their personal characteristics and values, their acquired soft and hard skills, and their overall preparedness for onboard training. The pleasant OBT experience of the SMT cadet is worth looking into. There may be underlying factors that need to be considered and addressed. This pleasant experience of cadets with low grade weighted average study further affirms that student academic grade affects their work performance and experience. Working condition and provision in the domestic ships may be constantly monitored as this affects the cadets' OBT experience and overall well-being. The finding of physical health has a major challenge of the cadets in this study, has a lack of education that must be given attention by the parents, the school, the shipping company, and the curriculum planners. In terms of practice, the result of the study provides input to the onboard training office on their continuous monitoring of cadets while onboard training contract. Maritime higher institution may improve cadets' preparation in terms of developing soft skill and may also invest in the enhancement of training facilities and resources to stimulate realistic onboard environments which can help bridge the gap between the classroom learning and practical experience, better preparing cadets for the challenges that they will encounter on board. The results of this study may also be used by the curriculum planners by integrating subjects and revising the course specification and detailed teaching syllabus to incorporate lessons to address common challenges of cadets during onboard training. That's all for my presentation. Once again, this is Chief Mate Ronald S. Crubit. Thank you, and God bless us all.